Hello students, hope you are doing good. We are studying our first module, that is who is a contributor, and in that we are looking at the third unit, that is called why become contributors. So there are some of the explorations on which we are going to have a look and understand why it is important to become a contributor. So let's begin. The world of work today is changing. This is actually the major gist of this entire CPDP program, that the world of work is completely into a drastic change. The type of work that your forefathers used to do is completely opposite, maybe much updated to what you are doing or what you will be doing in the future. So, this is what is going to make the core of this subject. There are few examples given to have a clear understanding of this concept. So we are going to have a look at the different trends that are going on around us. The first trend is of automation. You people might have heard of artificial intelligence. You might have heard of things going or putting up on the automation. That is, during automation, you will be expected to do less of routine jobs and more of thinking jobs. Well, what does it mean? It means that those kinds of works which require some sort of repetition, the routine jobs, such kind of jobs will then be done only by the technology. And why the human beings would be needed? Yes, human beings would be needed not for some kind of labor work or repetitive work, but they will be needed for the jobs in which they will be required to think a lot and come up with something new which was not found in the past. Automation fallout, this is a cutting of different kinds of surveys that has been done. So let us have a look at what does it say. Here you can see that 52 to 69% of repetitive or predictive roles at risk of automation. That means such kind of works which are being done by people on a repetitive mode will now be done automatically with the help of machines and technology. So which are the sectors that will get affected? IT, financial service, manufacturing, transportation, packaging and shipping. Let me give you just a simple example. Previously, it used to happen that whenever we enter into any kind of mall or any kind of shopping complex, we had a guard who used to open a door for us. But nowadays, you will find that there are sensor machines installed by which, even if you come a bit closer to the door, it opens automatically. In short, it has taken the job or labor work of a security guard or a gatekeeper who used to open the door for us. Initially, it used to happen that we used to stand in a queue in a bank and deposit our money or took our money out. So, crediting and debiting work was done by entering into the banks. Then came the automatic teller machines that we call ATM. Now we even don't need them. Rarely does it happen that people enter into an ATM machine or ATM booth and enter their pins and get their monies out. Nowadays, it is a world of digital transaction. So the manpower that is needed in the banks is also decreasing. Then, the numbers do not imply job disappearing but substitutions of job. Okay, so let me correct myself. It is not that jobs are disappearing. Let us again take the example of the gatekeeper who used to open the gate or used to open the door when we enter into any shops. So that gatekeeper who used to open the door might not get employment because he has been replaced by the sensor machine. But who is the manufacturer of that sensor machine? So that is what is being made by the engineers around us, the other skillful people around us, and they are getting job instead. So if the job of gatekeeper is going off, there are new jobs that are coming into existence who are taking the place of gatekeeper, not exactly by standing over there, but by manufacturing such kind of machines which makes lives of people quite easy. So the jobs are moving from one place to another, from one hand to the other. 9% of the workforce will be deployed in new jobs that do not exist today. Yes, I might be working right now as a teacher, but who knows? Tomorrow, some new opportunities might open or some new designations might open about which no one has ever heard. And I would be given a placement over there. I would be given a job over there, a job, a designation which was not existing in the past. No one had heard about it. So the 9% of the workforce will be working in such kind of jobs which are not existing now but will surely exist in the future. Some new designation and some new job profiles coming up. 37% will be deployed in the jobs that have radically changed the skill set. Yes, right now I might be having or I might be in need of such kind of skills like teaching skills, communication skills, or interacting with the students properly. Such kind of skills or management skills are required by me to work at the place or work at the designation where I am. But then the jobs might remain the same, but a person has to change their skill set. I might be asked to change the way I am teaching, the equipments that I use. This would be the best example. I used to teach you when I was standing in front of you in the classroom, but you can see I have to rub or polish my technological knowledge or rub my e knowledge because I now want to give you online lectures. So the skill sets need to get changed. 54% will fall under unchanged jobs category. This is good. 54% of the people will be there whose job category might not change. So this is the source as you can read given from where it has been taken. And 49% of companies have implemented AI solutions, that is artificial intelligence solutions in their businesses, and are reaping productivity benefits. Yes. If you keep a manpower, if you keep 5 or 6 employees doing something that could be replaced by a machine or some kind of technological equipment, obviously the person who is running that business will surely invest in the technology. So AI is the future, and nowadays you can find it has become even more productive and also beneficial. Coming to this side and looking at the comments that had been directly given by some important people. So here there is something that has to be said or that is being said by Andrew Spence, HR Transformation Director of Glassbeat Consulting. So what is he saying? That as we design the employee experience, it is so important to decide when an activity should be done by a lovely, warm human being or when it is better to automate it. Yes. So at every place, it is not necessary that the work can be replaced by machine. Okay. There are few things that can only be done by human beings. Let me give you one example. Whenever we give a call at a call center, supposingly your mobile phone is not working or you have some problem with the network, or you want or you have an issue in your bank account and you call a toll free number. Over there you will find that there is an automatic machine that is talking to you. When the teller number is dialed and the machine is talking to you, they would ask you to press 1, 2, 3 for different queries that you have. When these queries are not met with the problem that you are facing, there is one last option available for you, and that is you will be getting a chance or you will be allowed to talk with the employee, or you will be asked to talk with the telecaller who will directly listen to your issue and give response to that. So at the end we know that when machines are not working, when automation is not working or it is not helpful to us for the query that we have, at the end we have human beings to help us. So you must remember that there are some issues which can only be solved or which are given to the lovely warm human beings because they are the people who can feel, they have abstract qualities, whereas automations only have those things which are put or programmed into them. So get this wrong and the impact on retention and productivity is massive. So here the speaker is trying to say that once you understand the difference where machines are required and where human being efforts are required, so this way you will be able to bring a drastic change in your productivity. Let us see what has been said by another one. Jeremy Campbell, Chief Commercial Officer, SDVox, the People Space. It has been printed in May 2017. Anything that involves emotional intelligence is unlikely to ever be replaced. Yes, there are many things which need emotional intelligence. That means an emotional answer or touch to your query. Supposingly you have bought a new washing machine and it is not working, and you are really frustrated because you have invested a lot behind it. You are angry, you are also sad because so much of your work is piled up. At that time, if you are put on an automatic machine which is replying to your queries, you get more frustrated. But instead of that, if there is a human being on the other side of the call and is answering your queries and understanding your situation, you feel quite better and you know how to interact. So many of the time people don't call at the call center or toll free number thinking that it would be put on an automatic machine and it is not good to find an answer, rather than they google it or ask some people around them. So things, but at the bottom end of the value pyramid, things are about replicating a process, those will be automated. Okay, so when you talk about it at the pyramid, means at the bottom level of everything, you will find that things are about replicating a process. Replicating means copying entire process, those will be automated. So those things which are no copy or being repeated, so those things will be automated. So what do we learn from this is that automation is coming, and then we will be asked to do less of the labor work but more of the smart work. Let us go to the trend 2. So trend hashtag 2. You will have many career opportunities in new areas. So this is something positive for you to think, because it might happen that the first point have made you bit negative. Don't worry. We have the second point which is in your favor. It is not that the employment is going off, or you are not getting the designation that you always wanted, or the designations which were available are now being replaced by the machines or technology. No, don't worry about that. If some designations are being replaced by automation, then the new designations or job profiles are also coming up in the market. See, you can become an alternative energy expert also. Demand for environmental sustainability means 1.5 million green jobs by 2022. Okay, so for solar jobs, only 1 million people will be employed. So, despite coal fired power stations still making up the majority of global energy production, its growth has stagnated while alternative energy has grown. We know how massively or in an exhaustive way coal fire has been used. Though it is being used at a large number, don't forget the way alternative energy is growing day by day, because now each and every country, because of the global crisis, is focusing, and the climate change is focusing more on finding an alternative energy. So new jobs that are coming in the world, you can become a data scientist, blockchain architecture, automobile energy engineer, e-textile specialist, customer experience leader. So many things coming into existence. I surely know that you know this person. Yes, Tech Guru. This is a person who has a very big fan following and also runs his own YouTube channel in which he gives us information about the new technology or about the new gadgets that are coming into the markets. He enlightens us about the pros and cons. He also enlightens us about the features that are inside any kind of new gadget that is coming into market. So, Budget King, technology blogging and technical content marketing. That is the work he does. See, over 5,000 tech startups set up in the last 5 years are giving rise to new innovative business models, changing the structure of the economy from unorganized to organized and creating additional jobs. There are so many startups coming into existence every year, but there are 5,000 technological startups. There are many, let me tell you, there are millions of startups that are coming up, but out of them in last 5 years there are 5,000 tech startups. They have reached a very high peak, and they have become an important part of the structure of our economy, and they are creating more and more jobs with the passage of time. So if you are thinking that automation is replacing human power, let me give you a reality check that new opportunities are also coming into existence. So there is nothing to worry. Let us see trend 3. In trend 3, you can see you need to take charge of your learning and growth throughout your career and get into a cycle of continuous learning. Yes. A person is only mature and the person is only learned when he thinks that he is continuously in the process of learning. Learning is something that never ends. So once you think that now your education is over, now you are going to work, let me stop you over there and make you understand that education and learning never ends. It is a continuous process which will be with you till you reach your grave. So even if you have your bachelor's or master's degree, you need to keep learning, you need to update yourself in the field in which you are working or will be working. This is because much of the knowledge, skills, and abilities that you are trained in will become obsolete in a few years. Means this all things will be in vain in few years, or will be updated completely, or will be of no use for you. Obsolete means no utilization or no use for you in the future. Why? See the example in front of you. As you can see in the picture, what's going on? There are people who are in the car, and one of the person is holding a map and trying to find the way. Do we do this right now? Of course not. What we have instead, we have Google Maps or other alternatives with the help of which we find the ways, and they are so comfortable, so techno friendly. Here you can have a look at what these are, the floppy disks. I do remember I used such floppy disks when I was in 8th, ninth, and 10th standard of schooling, when we had some kind of projects in the a computer subject. We used to get this floppy disk and we used to put our data inside it, and this floppy disk data remains only for 4 or 5 months, not more than that. So you can see the things are also written over here. Backup is here of files, in January 1997. So this way floppy disk was the thing that was at that time. Then came CDs, then came pen drives, and there are external hard drives, and now we have iClouds. Okay, so see, oh, you can see cameras over here. But do we keep such kind of cameras of Canon, Nokia, or other thing? These were called family cameras that we used to put at our home in our attics. And whenever we went for a picnic or any kind of outdoor, we used to buy a roll of Kodak and we used to put it inside this camera and took along with us for the trips that we had. And once the picture was clicked, it was clicked. And I also remember that the film inside it could click only 36 photos at a time. So you had to click your photographs with much cautiousness. It is not like today that you can click hundreds of selfies once you get dressed up in all out around 1 hour sitting in your bedroom or in a party. So things were quite difficult at that time. Now, supposingly, people would have never thought of coming out of this. We would not be having any kind of comfortableness in our technology or in our living. The standard of living would not be so much high or so much good for us if we had stuck ourselves, or we would have been satisfied with what we had. We are here right now with the Google Maps, with the iClouds, with the inbuilt cameras, just because of people kept on learning and understanding and exploring. So this is the same thing with us. We can't be a floppy disk for our entire lifetime. We can't be such kind of students who had the knowledge that they have studied or they had learned when they were in the classroom. Whatever you have learned or studied in 2021 cannot be there or cannot be existing completely unchanged till 2031. You have to learn new things that are coming your way. I'm sure none of you would be using a landline till date, and none of you would be having no telephone, no mobile phones at your home. We are all having Android phones. If we are updating ourselves in this technology by using such kind of gadgets, we need to update ourselves completely in the knowledge of our field. So this is a great point that you must keep in your mind. Going to trend 4, you can find in an organization you will be expected to be far more customer oriented. Yes, exactly. And this is a point I really wanted to highlight since the trend 1. In trend 1 and trend 2, we had a look at how such jobs will come to automation and how human beings will be required only for the thinking work, and how for emotional intelligence things only human beings would be required. And yes, it is true. If the banks are providing such kind of ATM machines where you can deposit money, where you can withdraw money, or all type of digital transactions, they are also employing such kind of employees in their banks who are called relationship managers. Some are also called PRO, that is personal relationship officer. And the customers, supposingly I have an account in a private bank, I won't give a name, but they have a very good service, and I have been assigned a PRO, that is public relationship officer, or you can also call them relationship manager, who enlightens me or gives information about any kind of new thing or new offers that are available for me. Or I am so glad that that relationship manager gives me a random call also sometimes and asks about how my Diwali had been, what are my newer resolutions, or how my job is going on, if all at home are safe or not, and to think that the bank is there to give the backup or to help whenever I am in need. And they always help me. Sometimes if I think that my things are not going well, or if I want some change in my account, if I want to open an FD, I want to get some money out, I want to do some transactions that is difficult, the PRO helps me a lot in that. So we are, or the most of the organizations are now becoming customer oriented. They know very well that if they want to sustain, there is only one and one criteria in which they need to be best, and that is the customer service. Look at this, making education loan viable for those in need. It is very tough to provide an educational loan. You will find that there is a student who has no backup, no collateral or anything, but still bank provide them loan. Why? Because they want to win customers. With fintechs, ATMs, and payment wallets on the rise, the true role of a bank manager is shifting. First, bank manager used to see that if someone wants to withdraw a huge amount of money, whether that person should be given sanction or not, if there are some problems with the withdrawal, how to solve the problem. But now the role of a branch manager has changed completely. He has to look and find out how he can please the customers. You can see here user research for design of technology products. Yes, exactly. Supposingly, I am making an application and that is going to focus on the needs of the farmers. I am not a farmer, but I am just making an application which is user friendly to the farmers. So how would I be able to know what are the things that are required by the farmers in an application? So for that, obviously, I need to go on the ground and talk to such kind of farmers who are working on that in that field. And I will talk to them. I will find out what are their needs. If I am building an application, what are the things that they want me to include in that? So that first hand knowledge or first hand interaction with those people who are actually or who are going to be the user of my application, I need to understand them completely. Without them, it would be impossible for me to make an application that will be profitable. So knowing the needs and demands of the end user by deep research and interactions is necessary. Sales and user education for engineering medical equipment. Yes. So whenever you will find that there is a salesman who is selling a machine or any kind of equipment that could be medical oriented, has to give proper training to the customer. Just say for example, if there is a man who is having an optical shop. In optical shop, you need a computer or a machine which can automatically detect what kind of spectacle numbers you are having, if your eyes are proper or not. So to check that, a person wants to install a machine which can check the eye checkup machine, and that time how to use it, and how to maintain it, what are the queries or what are the typical or complexities that are available in the machine or in the computer, that had to be taught to the shopkeeper. So it is a responsibility of the salesman to come to teach the shopkeeper how such kind of machines are operated or are used. And whenever the shopkeeper is stuck somewhere, he knows very well that I need to call this salesman to help me. So making customers aware of the latest and new technologies. Okay, so these are the four trends that are coming up with full force in front of us. And then the last one, in an organization, we will be expected to work in a collaborative and dynamic mode. Yes, earlier, how were the companies? They were like this. Okay, some people were at the top, they know what they want to do. Some people were at the middle, and they know what are their job profile. And at the end, they knew their job profile. But now, your job profile keeps on changing. It is not something that is fixed. You will be required to do such kind of work which may not fall into your job profile. So you need to be quite versatile in the work that you are doing. But now companies are becoming more dynamic and agile like this. Okay, so first it was so that they were in particular hierarchy and everyone knew their duty, but now the duties keep on changing. They have become dynamic and agile. As you can see over here, all are mixed up. Anyone can run any site and can do any kind of work. Okay, so in an organization, you will be expected to work in a collaborating and dynamic mode. Collaborative means you need to collaborate or you need to mix up with others, merge with others, and work with others as and when required. You should be dynamic. You should not stick to only one thing that this is my role and this is I have to do. No, you need to be a multi-purpose doer. Trend 6. You can work anywhere in the world. Yes, this is the best thing that you people might have seen or learned during this pandemic. Indians are embracing various kinds of employment in on demand or gig economy. See, Uber models, freelancing, entrepreneur self employment, technology enabled knowledge services, so many things. First, it used to happen you have to be at the office when you do work. Nowadays, I can find and I have seen so many of my friends and students who are working into the IT department. They have not been to their office since 1.5 years since the pandemic, and they are working from home. And never ever it had happened that they have found any kind of glitches in working from home. They are at home in a safe environment. They are saving their traveling expenses. They are saving their other expenses when they go out of the house. Their work is going as it is. Whatever things they were doing in the office, the same thing they are doing from home. They are getting their paychecks at time. They are even getting increments. I can also see so many jobs coming into existence or coming up for the students also to work from home. So work from home has made us believe that you can work from anywhere you are in the world. As you can see, with the rise of work from home, global jobs are open to you. Yes, I have also seen that there are requirement of the tutors. You are teaching English, mathematics, physics, and other subjects to the students of other countries outside India, and the teachers are required from India. So they are here and they are giving such kind of online training to the students who are in different countries. So new career opportunities are also coming into existence. Summing up all these six trends, you can see, let's revise with the trend one. Due to automation, it might expected you will be expected to do fewer routine jobs and more of thinking jobs. Trend two, that more career opportunities will be coming and new areas will be opening. Trend three is that you need to keep rubbing your learning skills. You need to learn more. You cannot stick yourself to the only place where you are, because whatever you have learned today will become obsolete in few years. Trend four is that your organization will expect that you pay more focus or attention to the customers, and whatever you do should be customer oriented. And then the organization will also expect you to work with the people who are in the company in collaborative way and also be ready for the change. So you should have a dynamic personality. And last but not the least, you remember that you can work from any place of the world. So that is, these are also the different kinds of work opportunities that are coming into existence. So, see what is the importance of being future ready contributor in such a world. So, this is the world that you are right now or you will be in the future. So, for this, you need to be a contributor and you need to be completely ready. I hope you have understood these six trends. Still, the unit continues and it will be continued in the next video lecture. Till then, study well, take care, have a nice time.